Part 2 of the Saturday preview featuring RHIL, featuring Jack from Dicko's Mailbag, Gord from Gord, Glenn from Mounting Yard Mail, and me from My Stuff. And we need to mention the fact that it is a monster day tomorrow. It's Victoria Derby Day. One of those days, you know, Glenn. You heard of that day?
Carnival days in Melbourne. Our man down there, Melbourne Mixed Mail, available on the site, and he'll be all over this program. He's feverishly working 23 hours a day this week to get on top of everything.
Size of the fields down there.
Size
is very
of the field.
juicy, isn't it? Yeah.
He's rung me 18 times this week about Sydney horses, and I've mailed him up the right way. So,
yeah, it is a day of days, and you can purchase mix stuff through the site, and we'll also have a bit of a wander through the Melbourne card with a Sydney focus a little bit later with Dicko and Gordo and Bella.
No, I'm looking forward to
and not Glenn, you juicy.
Yeah, well, you're sacked from the extra show.
I get sacked all the time. Story of my life. Right?
Now, we have a special race at RHIL tomorrow as the playing interrupts me.
A special race? What do you mean? Like,
it's called the Country Classic. It's restricted to country horses and it's worth 100,000. So it's a distance, souped up, prize money highway.
And we bag Racing New South Wales mercilessly around this joint because we have to, but got to give them plenty of ticks here.
What? If you go and get some country horses to fill your fields?
Well, it's $100,000 for country people. It's a lot of money for country people. And when the prize money went up in the country, all you did was all the city trainers infiltrated everything and have taken it all the way. So the idea for the country people was a stupid fucking idea. It hasn't worked. The extra money hasn't worked. Just made O'Shea and Waller and everybody else richer. Most ridiculous. This is a good idea and good to see some money going back to the country. There's no Wallers in here, baby.
And the market reads $6 Mysticism, $6 Latero, $8.50 It's a Schmozzle, $10 by Tagerson, $11 Lonely Orphan, $17 Something Borrowed, $17 Don't Nick Me, $18 Grand Rouge, $17 Valacia, and the others are longer. Grand Rouge, I'd imagine, gets well forward here up to the 2000 finally. Valacia I had on speed, 0 to 10 has led in city races of late and will also be part of the van there. And that's the speed predominantly, but obviously you've got, what are we going to have here, Glenn? We're going to have about 17 to run.
We're going to have about 17 to run. It's going to be all different types of form and even like going through it last night and this morning, I'm still struggling a little bit with this type of form. Most of these horses I've seen, but a lot I haven't. And I think we just got to like do the best we can with the cards we're dealt. So but I'm still glad it's on.
So Mysticism we saw in a highway a couple of weeks back, heavily backed, off a break. How did she present?
I can't remember. Mate.
Yeah, I can. You said that she was the best looking horse in the race by a country mile.
How appropriate. Lucky it wasn't a city mile.
I don't know why I couldn't remember this morning.
So it's the
did I send her out on top that day?
I'm not sure whether you said it on top, but when we were talking, you said it's
she's the best type, but maybe not fit.
But the prep wasn't, you know, and the prep's still a bit icky here, but I think she's the best horse in the race.
Right.
Like, is she ready for 2,000 metres?
Well, isn't the best horse
interested in the race? I had no interest in it at all now.
Isn't the best horse in the race probably Grand Rouge?
Well, he's the one that's got the long run of highway races. It had a break going up to a mile the other day. Worked fairly hard. Was out of play early on in the race, I thought, and gets the positive riding change. Is it T-Berry off? P Wells on?
I know, completely agree with that. P Wells on fire at the moment, going really well, Peter.
That stable's going well too.
And he's looking sharp and strong. I walked past him yesterday. He wouldn't have noticed me. He walked past me. He walked past me because I was going back to get my jacket because I was freezing my balls off there at Gosford, and it was like middle of the day, and of course they legged him up and he got the job straight away done, distorted demand or whatever. Like, he's just there was a bit of an Craig name, the very first jockey I'd noticed.
Right, so $18 Grand Rouge looks tasty.
It's very tasty.
$41 0 to 10 off a sequence of city races.
Well, okay, so it was 15 to 1 the other day against Broadside Olympic Academy Murphy's Delight. Now it's up against Neville Nobody's. It's 41. I think you better start betting early before the show goes out, Quaddie.
Oh, jeez.
He can't bet in this race. It's 2,000 metres.
I specifically mentioned to you guys not to mention that horse.
Yes, but you didn't give us both $33.
Yeah. I'm interested in 3 horses, 1, 11 and 16, 0 to 10 Flatiro and Mysticism. Mysticism, I'm suspicion that it's the best horse. 0 to 10 because it's a leader massively back in grade, which I love. And it's also fantastic odds, and Flatiro in that highway last start was very strong through the line late, so they're the 3 I'm interested in, 1, 11 and 16.
Can we back Christian Reith yet or not? Like,
Where is Christian
what
Reith?
do we do with Christian Reith? But
We don't back him. We just let him roll along enjoying his life, and drives a nice Mercedes, and he lives a very nice life, and I hope he stays fit and well, but as punters we can't back him.
right, there's an interesting mare here by the name of Lonely Orphan who came down for the Storm Queen.
Yep.
At that time, I think she'd won 4 or 6 or something like that.
Yep.
And she ran last in the Storm Queen, but raced handy to the speed. That is a 2,000 metre race run on Golden Slipper Day, or no, the non-Golden Slipper Day now, the BMW Day. She had an interesting preparation here where she had a couple of runs back. She turned up at Grafton for the Mother's Gift on, I think it's Cup Day, could be Ramornie Day. And then a very interesting preparation, 4 weeks later, turns up on a heavy 10 in a 2,100 metre race. I hope you were there to lay her at the $4.20 SP there, Glenn.
Yeah, no, I wasn't at Tamworth that day, Mark. I missed getting to Tamworth.
So what are you saying, Mark? You're interested in that horse, you know?
I'm saying that Darren Jones doesn't interest me, but she's a horse with a profile that sneaks into this race quite nicely. Whereas I'm looking at a horse like My Tagason, who's obviously lightly raced, but I did see him run in perhaps one of the worst provincial maidens we've seen.
Correct. He's on the backup, but he raced only 6 days ago by time tomorrow. Finds Roberts, lightly raced octagonal.
And there's another, yeah, okay, sorry to chop you off, Glenn. There's another very interesting horse here called Essence Prevail, who was in a very bad spot in the 1.5 mile race at Kembla last time. He's been given a freshen up, but lightly raced. This Joseph Ibel has some nous about him. I haven't got a good handle on it, but
Joseph Ibel is, I always call it Ibel.
I say Ibble.
You
Right.
say Ibel?
Ibble. Yeah, but I say Biber.
anyway, he's $26 Essence Prevail, and I would not be.
Dico, can you help us here? We're a little bit lost. Your state, just send you 33 and shut the fuck up?
Yeah, I'm going to have lunch when this runs.
Okay, let's move on from the Country Classic. The third last on the program, we're warming up there,
Here we go.
is 1,800 metres, and they all seem to be coming out of this Fabrizio race, or nearly all.
Oh, this race is for Dicko, one.
The winner's not.
All right, now $3.60 Tower of Song,
Bam.
$5.50 New Tipperary, $7 Torgerson, $7 Bring Luck, $7 Vassal, $7.50 Vassal, $10 Iggy Pop, $11 Our Boy Nicholas, and Bentles is $21. It looks our leader Bentles, Hearns Oval posse up, Iggy Pop not too far away, and the other spots are up for grabs. Away you go.
Really, look, you know, an interesting race, lots of different angles. I personally wanted to get away from the Fabrizio race, and for that reason, I was tipping on top Bring Luck. It's had the trials since. Comes back a little bit in distance. We mentioned
Missed
Peter
the Wallerathon last week.
Yes.
Straight from the Wallerathon.
We mentioned P. Wells before, that he's going sensationally with the Turner Poletti connection, and I just thought it was the horse I was most interested in. The second horse most interested was I really wanted to trick, I really wanted to teach is the word, Dicko a lesson about punting and how to take it straight up the clacker and to lay back and, you know, sometimes you've got to get fucked so hard, you've got to lay back and think of London, because Vazal will be in the finish tomorrow after your show last Monday when you mentioned how are we ever going to back Vassal again. The power of Seawaller, you got no idea what it's like, but get ready for it. This horse will turn up tomorrow with Thomas Hewitt. It's on a 7-day backup.
Yeah.
It's going from the Randwick Soft to the Rosehill Good and will be in the finish 4th up. My numbers
Back in
were
distance.
Bring Luck from Vassal.
Positive jockey change.
Yeah, just get ready for the power of the words you said. How could you ever back this again? And 7 days later, I'm going to tip it to you.
But by the way, that's a Pollard Pearl. Last by 8.6 lengths last start.
Well, it's in competition with
7
Torgerson,
days ago.
isn't it?
Yeah,
7 days ago.
Yeah.
After being backed in from 8 to 340 or something.
What is Torgerson's? Haven't you put the white flag up? Aren't you like fucking ISIS on the hill just saying no more, brothers, I can't
Well,
take it?
yeah, but that's the enigma of Waller, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
I suppose.
I think just he can.
Look, the horse, I think the horse I'm going to be betting around here is Tower of Song. It goes the negative riding change, it goes up 200 metres, it goes 3 weeks off, and it's coming off a PR.
That's it.
I reckon it's the weak link.
Totally agree. So, I'm backing Iggy Pop, and I'm saving on New Tipperary who gets gun on.
You look like an ex-Iggy Pop man to me. Do you even know who Iggy Pop is?
Yes. Yeah, you see him, yeah.
So what about New Tipperary, Glenn? He threw himself at the line the other day.
He just threw himself to the line, he did a really good job.
Lightly raced.
Lightly raced. But Wednesday or Saturday, I don't know. He did throw himself the line, getting past Ruby the Red. You know, how can you tip them all? I can't just. My two
Got
main
your
players.
man on it. Gun. Third up.
I'm not having much
Up to
luck with Gunny
1800.
anymore.
No, you got to
Riding great, but I don't seem to get the rights of him ever.
Bring Luck's got to be on top. For all the reasons Glenn mentioned, I love the freshen up in the 1205 metre trial, and it was 2.7 lengths off Antonio Giuseppe 2 starts back, and the stable and jockey are going very well. So what I'd say
It's
to say it
$7.
was $7.
It's a fair starting.
Didn't I get the race put on for it at Warwick Farm?
God, you keep talking. This horse missed the start and then caught up, and you've been dirty on it since. Just fucking relax.
What did you think of Iggy Pop's first up run?
It was okay.
I thought it was complimented due to track price.
Hard to imagine tomorrow.
We'll see.
All right, do you got even billion?
Another one?
Yeah, fuck. I'll take it.
I'll tell you what, the
You
recent...
didn't even ask what I'm on.
Bring
Oh,
Luck.
you can have.
All right, I'll take field.
No.
I'll take field.
Do you want Vassal? Do you want Vassal?
I'll take whatever one you give me.
You want Vassal?
Okay, that's
It'll be good for the show on Monday.
You got Iggy Pop and
Iggy Pop
Scott.
beat Vassal.
I won't be losing if New Tipperary wins either.
won't
Lightly
be
raced,
losing.
Brent Abdullah on board.
Yeah.
Mark, anything for us?
New Tipperary. Race 8 is a mares race over 1200 metres, and isn't it just heartwarming to get into a race and see Winetails number 1?
Oh, isn't
isn't
it
it?
awesome to see it back?
And I did see Barramilla in the form somewhere. I'm sure something turned up with Barramilla. Oh yeah, it was probably a lot. No, Sabino Speed.
Can you believe that Winetails has got $296,000 in prize money?
Yeah, that's a lot, or not very
A
much.
lot! Like, he's done well. By the way, who's this Lee?
Right, New Zealand apprentice, rode a fair few winners 2 seasons ago, dropped off a bit last season and has been struggling this season. And Chris has found him, like Seedell and Rory Hutchings before him.
What happened to Seedell? Became a mouthwash, I suppose. Good joke there, did you get it?
No, I didn't.
Now,
Seedell's a mouthwash.
Is it?
It's C-E-D-E-L. Seedell.
right, the market sees
Clean your teeth occasionally, good. You're fucking Jerry then.
$4.
Use toothpaste.
The market sees $4 Relito, $5 in the Vanguard, $5.50 Dixie Chicky, who has no rider, and I suspect is somewhere on Tuesday.
Yes, I suspect that.
$7.50 Yuma Desert,
You took
$9
last
$9 Gord's Horse Lemmy Astray, $12 Cana, and $18 Brigadoon Rise.
Why is it so far in the market all of a sudden, that horse?
Who's that?
Brigadoon Rise.
It did go particularly poorly last time.
It's fucking nearly equal favourite. It's $18 time. Like, come on.
And speaking of the speed, we've got Lemmy Astray, and we've got In the Vanguard. How exciting is that?
In the Vanguard, in the van.
We had a question about in the Vanguard from Alex Donnelly.
Yeah, what did Alex ask?
Just
I
what
know
do we
Alex
think of
Donnelly,
it?
don't I?
You do?
You do? I don't do it. I do, don't I?
You know him, yep.
Who is he again?
He used to stand next to you and Aaron and Dallas. And
Yeah, he's a nice man. I know Alex Donnelly. I know him.
he's
Yeah,
Tim's son.
He's Tim's son. Yeah, what did Alex say?
Just what do you think of in the Vanguard?
That was it.
Basically, coming back from Melbourne, do you think his run was?
See, this is what I'm talking about, this computer world. Like, it's all very
Yeah, I know. It's got a couple of
bang and
words
run,
and
you
that's
know?
it.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, what do you think?
Yeah.
That's it. Couple of words.
That's all he's asked.
He's not giving an opinion is your problem, isn't it? You want his opinion in exchange for your opinion.
Well, he's obviously interested in backing it, and that's why he's asked.
Look,
He's
when it won a
gonna-
Canterbury,
yeah,
won a
I'll say-
2-year-old maiden. It won a 2-year-old maiden. It was really impressive. It was off the map that day. Had a little stink of a one about it that day for some reason. Remember? It's like
What about the chaser? It was like,
Earth, Canny Rocket? They just like, yeah. So then it went to Ramage to the Sweet Embrace, and obviously it ran second to Scarlet Ranger, and you can read this in the form as well. And I thought it went heaps better than I thought it was. It's had 3/4 of a year off, turned up at Caulfield in a Group 3 race, well in the market, and 7th, 13, beaten 2 lengths. What do I think about it? I haven't got a clue. But what can you say after all those things?
I think you just got to pen it.
next week
Pen?
we'll...
Yeah, just back from Melbourne when it flopped in Melbourne.
I think
It's a chance, but I had to pen it.
I'm going to give you $33 because I agree with that comment. You just pen. And And that way you don't have to worry about it. And then if it wins, you know what it is? It's just another losing race. You go, oh, well. Life's so much simpler when you make it simple.
So, but next week, Glenn, we're going to have a special show with you where you're going to read the form guide from start to finish.
But I'm just saying, but what have you said? What have I said there?
And you actually have to read all the other stuff as well.
But I can also read some other stuff. It's drawn barrier 12 tomorrow and gets a 2 kilo claim, which I think will help with our directors. But what do I think of it? I don't know.
Well, okay, let's start with the favourite who, Gord, you had a particular interest in on the Friday night program at Canterbury. It now goes to 1200 and gets Gun third up.
Looks hard to beat.
I wanted it drawn inside, which is quite strange for me because normally I like wide barriers, but I think it's something that needs cover and needs last crack at them. Maybe Brenton's the man to get it a bit of cover a little bit further back. And
well, you'll just go back, won't you? You'll just go back.
But I want the blinker at about the 300 metre mark. I don't want the blinker at the 600 metre mark.
Actually, I don't want any blinker. I want him to come through the field.
Oh, okay. Well, that's preference, but you need Moses in the Red Sea then, don't you?
Well, you need Gun.
Yeah.
You know, Gun finds gaps. He's a brave rider.
I think Collard would be a good rider for that horse too.
I don't disagree with that. Collard's a better man for gaps. Collard's the best man for gaps there is because he takes them when they're this big. He's a brave boy.
Just another point on in the Vanguard for you, Alex. Why the fuck would he bother with A. Atkins? Like, what's that all about?
But
You get like funny owners sometimes. Oh, we need to claim, and they stick their nose in your business. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes with some trainers.
Oh, anyway, look,
Imagine we owned a horse, I'd be ringing every day.
Isn't Sargent just like mares over distance?
Well, he's inclined to under-trial his horses. I think you've noticed that, Gord. Lots of short course trials, and that's it.
We're not even going to talk about Dixie Chick, are we? We're going to assume it's scratched.
Yeah. Well, you can do what you like. So we don't need to keep on.
What
going.
are our numbers here, boys? Mine's Rolito on top from Uma Desert. I expect to bounce back from the other day. And the third, I don't even want to mention the Vineyard, so I'm not saying much. But there's a horse that's $41. There's got something about that cab fare. There's something about the way he attacked the line the other day. I know it's heaps up in class and blah blah blah, but
it's a talented horse.
Talented horse.
What are you saying, Dicko? Yeah.
I'm not sure yet, to be honest.
Give Dicko 33.
What are they doing with Dixie Chick? I noticed that cab fare, but I'm not confident yet to make a statement about the race, to be honest.
So what about Lemmy Astray, who went to the 1200 for the first time the other day?
Let's ask Quaddie, because he found him before any of us. Quaddie, what about Lemmy Astray?
I've not found it in this race. I think I'm going to be backing 2 horses, 3 Yuma Desert and 4 Relito.
Well, it needs to be spoken about.
What do you say about losing a plate in run? Like,
I don't think it helps.
Yeah, but I mean,
I think it's an What about
that's what Yuma Desert lost the plate last start.
Okay, so you and me line up in the 800 metres at school. We've had an even being, and one of us loses a shoe. What do you think?
I know.
Yeah,
Well,
so
but the thing is, this is a 1200 metre race, so this is more like the 100 metre dash.
Okay,
How
so
many
we've
lengths do you equate to
no
that?
shoe. We've lost a Reebok at the 50.
What's that worth? I'd say
Reebok's
almost
still around. Is that old man syndrome saying Reebok?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm still not going to win, am I?
Yeah. Hey, Dicko, by the way, I have to talk to you about those photos. But do I look younger with a haircut?
Yeah, you look, I saw it. It's a good haircut.
Yeah, I look better with a haircut.
We'll get another one this weekend, mate.
Because you know why I look better with a haircut? Because I get rid of a lot of grey hair. And then the hairdresser said, no, you've still got the same amount. And I said, yes, but there's less of it.
Yeah, you also look older when you look like you're about to kill someone.
Yeah, I do get dirty, don't I? Fucking hate fun.
Well, you know, frowns, seriously, they use more muscles.
When you're
They
smiling and
using
relaxed
more
and happy,
muscles, you're
younger.
showing more wrinkles, aren't you? So try smiling, Glenn. Like the younger. Come on.
Anyway, what do you say, Mark?
Isn't Yuma Desert an obviously good chance?
I think I've got it on top. Yep.
Okay, yeah, good champ. And a good and probably first bet because it is $7.
Yeah.
Oh, look, and it gets better as the preparation goes along too.
And I think it's a better horse at Rosehill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hasn't it only had one start at Rosehill?
Yeah. So I said, I
Seven-
think it's a better horse at
pretty reasonable
Rosehill.
price.
The first two was I think.
$7.50.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the penultimate now, Glenn. What race are we going to
Dicko,
now?
what's this last race, mate? Missed your chance. Nightcap.
I wouldn't have even
By
known.
the way, nobody beats you two. You two are the king of the nightcap.
Okay, mate. See if you can get in next week. I'll bet
We're
you
doing the
never
Melbourne
be
show,
in.
so it's,
Yeah.
Melbourne show's
And,
okay.
and
Beat us
the
for sure.
nightcap sees the dual acceptor in this race, upscale, $2.60 and favourite. Thanks for coming there. B. Abdullah booked. $6 the Resumer LMNOP, $8 the Queenslander back for another stoush after 12 months, Perfect Dare at $8, and what else is there? $14 Cosmic Cameo and a lot of 25 to 1 chances in this race.
Yeah, a lot of bits and pieces. We've got
Now-
a clear favourite here.
Yeah, Upscale will be in the van with Cosmic Cameo, and I
Go
couldn't.
straight past it.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything else there to go, like highly geared perhaps, but doing its best to
Well,
keep
let's
up
go
there.
through the ticks with upscale, right? It's beautifully drawn. It goes from reef to Avdulla, tick. It goes down in weight, finds third up, tick. It's lightly raised, tick. It's a horse on the improve. So tick, 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 tick.
Is that
but-
what you say when the message goes out? Ticks all boxes. Is that what that means?
Like, I try to think of another. I'm not comfortable with that word either, but what else am I supposed to say?
That's the
I
dog.
like it.
That's the dog that Glenn's friendly to for some reason.
Hey, what have I done?
It's your favourite dog.
Your favourite dog. You know how you only like one dog? Here she is.
It's all starting to make sense.
Have a look at it.
Come on,
I
Glenn.
wonder if she's on Tinder.
Just go fucking put it on now.
Well, I'll tell you what, she'll be
All you Tinder blokes are brave behind
she'll
the screen.
definitely be in your distance.
1K
Yeah.
radius.
Young people these days, young people to pick up, they go, yes, yes,
I
yes,
know.
yes, Tinder. You get them to go, so listen, darling, what are you doing later? You want to go have a bite and something else?
Are you calling me shy?
Yeah.
No, you're not shy,
Yeah.
but you're mid-range. I'm not shy at all. But I-
Mid-range.
Yeah.
You're only shy afterwards.
No, just prior.
All right, so it ticks all the boxes. Are you comfortable with that, Glenn?
I'm comfortable with it. I'm going to be comfortable at $3.
The only thing I'm not comfortable about is if it's a fast track. I think it goes better with a bit of sting out of the ground.
It
We
won't
did
be
have a
fun
very long spell.
for a year.
Yeah, the track should have a little bit of
Yeah.
give in it because it's had spikes put in it. It's like
We're going to get a little shower today.
yeah.
There'll be something somewhere during the day.
Something, yeah.
There's going to be a spit from.
Well, the track is actually quite firm based on the promenade. Anything else, Glenn? No. I'm against LMNOP. I know it's like it's got a great looking draw with a great looking.
What are you saying, Dicko? You got anything for us here, mate? Try and concentrate. What do you
Interested in LMNOP, Upscale and Wonderbolt.
It's Wonderbolt, eh?
Back to the 1100 blinkers on for the first time in its life.
Yeah, I'm interested in a couple off a
Jockey
spell.
change.
Yeah, LMNOP, as you said, it's got stats going for it everywhere. And last time it rose over the 1100 metres, it beat Power Line in paint. I think that's decent. I thought its trials were fairly good as well. And the other one first up off a spell that I think has a bit of a chance at odds is Well Hardly Ever, which is trialled reasonably well. And it's a good fresh horse.
Talented horse, well, hardly ever. Mark, you anything for us last?
Upscale.
Right, boys, well, that's the end of the
Yeah.
preview. I've got to give you our best bets, but let's talk about your stuff tomorrow, Mark. It's available.
That's right. It's not ready yet, but it will be tomorrow morning at 9:30. So Rose Hill and Beaumont. Now on Tuesday there'll be Randwick and Kembla. On Thursday there'll be Hawkesbury, and on the following Saturday will be Canterbury and Beaumont. So there's plenty of meetings in the next 8 days.
Busy week.
My best bet for tomorrow is going to be Asanara, but I obviously need to see how it operates, and I need you to get Mounting Yard Mail to see how it goes, how it looks, and to see if it ticks all boxes, mate.
Gordo?
I'll be backing multiple runners in the races I'm interested in betting in, so whatever I've talked about.
What's that? There's no
There's
no
no
best,
stamp.
no
There's
no sneaky like
there's
from
no
Gordo.
There's no Sugar Bay Leonard tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think that's how the meeting presents, which is good. Dicko,
Yeah.
you got something for your punters?
Moher.
Moher likes
for
Moher.
me.
And I'll be right there with you, Dicko.
So anyway,
Please,
thanks
Todd.
for coming on board, watching the show, and don't forget our products. Don't forget Melbourne Mix, big week for him in Melbourne, and the boys will be doing a Melbourne show, which will be interesting.
And yeah, by the time you finish watching this, the Melbourne show will probably be ready for you. So
Yes.
look out for the three of us doing Sydney horses in Melbourne or Melbourne in Melbourne. And
Oh. See,
And,
this is what, you know, when Dicko and I are whispering, this is about, because this is the only dog that Glenn likes for some reason or other. Something behind it
and now
might explain that
It's all just
reason.
started making sense.
yeah, it all makes sense now, do you?
There's a 30-year-old blonde.
Have a look at that.
Yeah, I'm trying to give him the angle here.
Am I in the way?
No
all
idea.
right, okay,
Anyway.
let's call it quits. That's the end of part 2. And
You never make any comment. Why? Because your girl, you're the boss watches
yeah,
the show. He keeps it very
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
When the boss never watched the show, we reckon. No, he was. He never was he?
No.
No.
all right, see ya.
So, how funny was that?